Alright, welcome back to another episode of Kila Kila. In the previous episode, we got to learn a little bit more about Kashiwara's family. Kashiwara's father's demise from the name Seiko-san. Also apparently started working right after she went to school for so long. We also got a little bit of a push from her and Serena's uncle. Oh, and before that actually, well, we entered into Kashiwara's father's room unknowingly and looked around and stuff, and that led to Saiki-san explaining the whole situation about Kashiwara's family, sort of. Then there was a little bit of a small talk with grandfather, which I thought there was gonna be yelling from both sides, both ourselves and the grandfather himself, but no, there was just small talking and he agreed to have a talk about our relationship with Serena, which is okay. And now we get a chance to hang out with Serena, so that's great. Also, that was probably a terrible recap, but the longer the episode is and the more stuff is in there, the harder it is for me to, recap. So I'm sorry about that. Anyways, I wait for Kashiwara at the quiet hall. Saiki-san is supposed to bring her here. She's a perfect accomplice now. This is quite eccentric, but I feel calm. I think of what to say to her. Saiki-san wants me to talk with her in that room. That means the old man's secret is going to be exposed. And Kashiwara will get to know. Oh, right. She decided to give us the key to Kashiwara's father's room. Right. And Kashiwara will get to know everything. I have to explain the situation to her. I don't know how she'll take it though. I need to tell her about this very clearly, but I can't gather my thoughts. Okay, I have to ad-lib on this. Then Kashiwara quietly shows up.
走らないように我慢するのが精一杯で。
She smiles with a slightly flushed face. Where's Saiki-san? I walk up to her and hold her hand.
ゆっくり過ごしてくださいって。
She holds my hands back. I naturally held her hand and she did the same. It feels strange but also happy. I take her hand and head to that room. She doesn't know where I'm taking her, but she just follows me. This is the room. I stop in front of the door and see her reaction.
おじいさまの倉庫ですか？
That's what he told her.
この部屋はおじいさまの大事なものがあるので、鍵は本人と佐伯さんしか持ってなくて。
I show her the key. This will unlock the door. She looks surprised. I unlock and open the door for her. She looks confused. This isn't a storage. Your grandfather lied. Oh boy. Yoink. I urge her to enter the room. She goes in silently. I follow her and close the door behind. The room is completely dark. I can't turn on the lights because somebody might notice we're here. So I open the curtains for the moonlight. Kashiwara is looking around in confusion. This room has been kept intact since the occupant left this room 20 years ago. She gasps when she hears that. She probably noticed. Open the drawer over there. You'll find a collection of questions first, and something interesting is under it. She opens the drawer, puts the question book aside, and picks up the guitar table chairs. Doesn't that look familiar? We practiced that song together in spring. Her eyes are caught by the tab. I talk to her from behind. She looks up at me with a startled face.
どうして前島さんはこんなことまでご存知なんですか？
She sounds a bit scared. I understand that, though. I'm actually an angel from heaven to make you happy. I'm joking, but she just keeps staring at me seriously. I guess the joke didn't quite work in this situation. She may even believe what I said. I explained to her that I wandered into this room earlier, and that I talked with Saiki-san over tea after that. I guess your grandfather has a sentimental part because he keeps this room perfectly. I understand why you said he had a kind part. I smile.
そうなんです。でも、身内の恥ずかしい話をお聞かせしてしまって、恐縮です。
No, you shouldn't be embarrassed. I'm like part of your family, you know. I mean, I wish I was. I feel embarrassed. Kashiwara smiles. We lay the tablatures to the bed. We sit on the bed and look at them. Huge blubbage. I see scribbles. Yoink. I see scribbles on the tablatures. They're very amusing. I heard your father was a whiz kid, but maybe he wasn't good at music. Looks like you're better than him. I tease her.
きっと、これは初心者の時に書き込んだものなんですよ。
But you don't need to use tablatures at all?
それは、私はいろいろ習ってましたから、これだけじゃわからないですよ。実際に演奏を聞いてみたら、すごく上手だったかもしれない。
Maybe so. I stopped teasing. So you don't even know his face, right?
はい。
I see. I think you need to know it. I stand up and walk towards the bookshelf. There's a yearbook on the top shelf.
いいんでしょうか。
I grab the yearbook and sit on the bed again. Kashiwara looks worried. What are you talking about? I flip through the pages.
おじいさまは隠そうとしていたのに、私はこんないろいろと知ってしまって。
That's okay. Your father would be sad if his own daughter didn't know his face. I know your grandfather has his reasons, but I'm on your father's side. Oh, this must be him. It says Kashiwara Kenichi here. Kashiwara leans over when I show her the picture. I smell her shampoo.
どうもお父さんって感じがしないですね。
She frowns. Yeah, maybe not. There's a boy of about the same age as us in the picture. Kenichi-san looks even younger than his actual age. So it's no wonder it's no wonder she doesn't feel that way. But he's good looking and he definitely looks like you.
そうですか?
She looks happy. Some time ago, somebody told me you looked like my stepfather. Of course, I reacted differently than Kashiwara at that time. I feel a bit sad about my case. I try not to reveal it in my face. Yeah, you look alike, especially your eyes. Blood is thicker than water. Even if you don't remember him, your body inherits their characteristics.
そうすると、やっぱり母にもどこか似てるんでしょうか?
I think so. The other part probably looks like your mother.
そうですね。
She looks into the glass door of the bookshelf. She's probably trying to imagine her mother's face in the reflecting image.
こうして父の顔を見てしまうと欲が出ますね。母はどんな顔をしていたんだか気になります。
Kashiwara sounds joyous. I believe she was very beautiful.
前島さんはお父様とお母様どちらに似てるんですか?
Me? People told me I looked like Dad.
そういうのってどうなんでしょう。お互い照れくさかったりするんでしょうか?
I don't know. I never met him.
え?
My father passed away too. I saw his picture at the funeral, but it didn't ring a bell because I was just a little kid. I forgot what he looked like now.
でも確か前島さんのお父様は
That isn't my real father, but he's my dad anyway. He's been my dad since I was little. this one is better than the real one because I heard the real dad was a twerp. I tried to make it sound funny, but Kashiwara looked serious.
それはその
Go ahead. Feel free to ask anything about me. I want you to know about it too. I gave her a cue.
はい。じゃあ前島さんはそれはいつ頃知ったんですか？
Well, let's see. I can't remember how old I was, but I was very small. I remember only in fragments. I'm not sure about the order of what I remember, and I can't remember how I got into the situation. I saw Mom in white clothes and a white bed. It could have been in a hospital. When I was 5, Mom got hospitalized for a traffic accident. I found a melon in the basket. I was staring at it. Usually, I would have asked for it, but Mom was being hospitalized. I couldn't have it. It was for Mom. But it bugged me. Mom talked to me while I was staring at it for getting her on bed. I thought Mom would scold at me for letting me have the melon, but she just looked serious. I was surprised. What she said after that was quite different from what I expected. She started telling me that wasn't related to me. I didn't know why she suddenly decided to tell me about it. Maybe I did something to make her think she should. I had no idea about the fact. It was very sudden. I do space out all the time when I was a kid. So maybe I was thinking something else at the time too. I didn't understand what Mom was saying. I wasn't old enough to understand all the words she used. But I knew she was telling me something scary by her very sad look. I didn't know what she meant, but it sounded like there could be only one real child in the family. After my sister was born, my title was ripped and I thought they do throw me away. I started crying thinking about it. Mom comforted me, saying it'll be alright and she'd be on my side. But I knew there'd always be something horrible after grown-ups told me that kind of stuff. Something horrible was going to happen. What would I do? I didn't know how to live by myself. I used to pick all the things that interested me from the streets. One time I took a kitten home. It was dying, and it soon died after I took it home. I thought Mom would be mad if she found the carcass, so I dug a hole in the yard and buried it. But it became a conspicuous heap. I got scared, so I stepped on it repeatedly to flatten it. But after that I imagined the kitten crushed under my feet. I felt disgusted. I felt despaired. I went to Mom crying about the cat. I should have been kinder to it. I should have cried more when it died. What did I do that? I thought there were many things. I didn't know how Mom took it because I suddenly started talking about a cat she didn't know. I thought I was suffering because of what I did to that cat. I was always afraid of the cat's retaliation. Mom was holding me. I did usually feel comfortable, but instead it was scary to be in her arms at that time. I got stiff. Maybe that was the first time I ever felt lonely. I never felt that way since then. But sometimes I remember that chilling feeling. Feel. I look at Kashiwara's face after finishing my story. She's looking at me seriously. Her face is really close to mine. I feel embarrassed. I wonder if Shina will take it because she loves cats. I want to see something to loosen this atmosphere. I don't care if it's funny or not. I have to see something stupid. I stare at the darkness in the corner. Then something soft surrounds me. I twitch.
やっぱり怖いですか？
Don't be silly. Anybody gets surprised if you do that suddenly. I laugh and I hold her arm around me. It was a long time ago. I'm fine now. I put your arm on the bed. Well, I don't want you to sympathize with me. I don't know why I told you the story, though. I frowned. Anyway, I want no sympathy. I mean, you know what I mean, right? Yoink. Kashiwara looks bewildered. I know it's ridiculous to ask you to not sympathize after hearing that. I shouldn't have said that if that's what I want, right? Sorry about that, but...
別にそこは気にしてないですよ。
She still looks confused?
そもそも前島さんは私が質問したから答えてくれただけじゃないですか。
That's right. I didn't start that story, so it's not my fault. Kashiwara smiles. I feel a bit relieved.
もう少し信用してください。
She looks serious again. Of course, I trust you very much. She doesn't listen to my excuse.
私たち恋人同士なんですよ。
She looks sad.
私は前島さんのこと信用していますから。
Yeah, you told me so on the ferry, too.
はい。
You said something similar to karate in Osaka, too.
なぜだか私の大事な人はみんな臆病なんです。
I see.
ごめんなさい。
No, don't be. Anyway, I get it. I should act more like your lover. I know it's hard to declare like that, though. I make a funny face. She laughs. Anyway, I think we need to know about each other more. Can I start?
はい。
Okay, let's do this. I scratch my hand, then psych up. Well, the first time I felt I wanted to be with you was when you told me about your family. She looks a bit surprised. I thought it would be great to be with you then. I thought I could change something. I guess that's what I felt. Now that I put my feelings into words, I finally realized how I felt back then. I thought if we were together, it would be better for both of us. It's a bit different from love, but it's something more important. Am I making sense?
わかります。
Good. I thought we had similar backgrounds. I'm not concerned about it all the time, though. It's all past and doesn't matter anymore. I just wanted to explain.
大丈夫です。ちゃんと理解してます。
Good. Okay, this is what I wanted to tell you. I vaguely started to grasp the situation by the time I got into elementary school. That family belongs to Dad, but I'm not related to him. I came with Mom and she married him. Dad is always kind, but obviously too much so. That means we're not completely open to each other. Mom lived with my real father before she got married. They separated right after I was born. I don't know what caused that separation. I felt like it wasn't Mom. It may be because I want to believe that way. It's possible Mom had a problem and left my real dad for new dad unfairly in reality. I'm not going to pry into that. Something more significant for me is the loneliness I've been feeling in this family. Mom said she'd do be on my side, but that means she knew I'd do be lonely otherwise. I know Mom feels sorry for Dad and his family because of me. I believe she feels the same way to Yuka as well. Yuka doesn't know the truth about his family. Yuka might have felt some weirdness in the family. Yuka sometimes feels anxious because my parents don't treat us equally. She must feel like I'm their favorite and that she's not so loved. That's why she studies hard and craves company. It's the opposite in reality. Everything would be fine if I weren't there. But I want to stay. I thought that was the problem of my life back then. It may be hard to believe that a small kid who just started going to elementary school that way, but I could make cruel judgments on myself and others because I was small. I had to choose how to live in that situation. It was easy to think of suicide or running away, but I didn't do that either. Is that because I didn't want to bother them or make them sad? Not really. I knew I had to die, but I didn't want to. I hated myself for it. It seemed selfish to live on just because I didn't want to die. I felt worthless. I tried to come up with a way to feel dead while I was living normally without committing suicide. I wanted to exist to disappear at the same time. I sound really sick, but I was just a kid. Sorry. I laugh, but Kashiwara doesn't. Anyway, that's the way I was. I don't think that way anymore at all. I don't think that's good either, though. I think I should add something, but I can't think of it now. That's about it. That was sort of my self-introduction. I wanted to talk to you about it. I don't know why, but that's what I found.
わかるような気がします。
She nods, but I feel mad at myself because I said what I wanted to say rather bluntly. But maybe it's okay, at least I could tell that. Enough about me. Now I want to know about you, Kashiwara. I try to repress my self-hatred.
私は
She thinks for a bit.
私もやっぱり暗いことばっかり考えてましたよ。
She talks while her eyes are fixed to her feet. She's wearing socks in summer. She has to keep warm even in summer. The door must have been really tough for her. She usually needs that much care.
私がもし体が悪く生まれなかったら、両親もおじいさまももっとうまくいったのかなって思ってました。おじいさまはこの病気が子供に伝染するかもしれないから結婚に反対したんです。それなのに私はこの病気で生まれてしまったんです。
Kashiwara sways her legs.
もし私が健康だったらきっとお父さんたちは胸を張っておじいさまのところに行けたと思うんです。ほら平気だった。健康な子供が生まれたからもう心配はいらないよって。だけど私がこんな病気だったから胸を張って帰れなかったんです。
Do you really think so? I don't want to tell a lie. Honestly, I think that may be true, but that shouldn't be everything.
もちろんそれだけではないでしょう。でもやっぱり一つの要素だったとは思います。それでこれはなんだか恨み節になってしまいそうなんですが。
She sighs.
お父さんが自殺をしてしまったというのもそれを証明しているような気がするんです。お母さんが亡くなってでも私がまだいるのに一人ぼっちで残したままいなくなってしまうだなんてあんまりです。
Do you have a grudge against them?
やっぱりそう聞こえてしまったかもしれないですが本当に恨んではいないんです。ただ寂しいなって思います。私は確かにこうした欠陥のある人間ですけどもしお父さんが生きていたら何かできていたとは思うんです。
Kashiwara sways her legs again. She doesn't usually do that kind of childlike stuff.
おじいさまもかわいそうです。
She sounds childlike too. Does she know that?
ああ見えて身内をすごく大事にする人ですから仲直りをするチャンスを永遠になくしてしまってすごくがっかりしたんだと思います。 お父さんたちのことを未だに許さないとか言ってるのは、あれはダダをこねてるだけなんですよ。それだけ残念だったんですね。勝手に手の届かないところへ去ってしまったのが。
She picks up the slippers with her toes.
本当はうまくいく可能性はあったんです。おじいさまがお父さんたちのことを喋るときはいつもあいつじゃなくてあいつらなんです。わかります？
I shake my head.
複数形なんです。お母さんのこともまとめて怒ってるんですよ。あいつらが謝ってこないのが悪いって。
I see.
そうなんです。こんな言い方どう聞いたって二人を認めてるんですよ。だってお母さんのことを部外者だと思ってたらそんな言い方しませんよね。もうおじいさまの中ではお母さんも身内なんです。本人はもしかしたら気がついてないのかもしれないですけど。
Kashiwara slightly smiles.
だからもう少しだけ時間があればきっと仲直りもできて何もかもうまくいったはずなのに、そうでなくてもお父さんが自殺さえしなければ今よりは少しは
Sorry.
今よりは少しはユージおじさまもあんなにおじいさまに対して意固地なのはお父さんの死があるからですし。
Kashiwara sighs again.
これが全部解決してうまくいったらいいなと思います。私の望みはそういうことですね。
I don't think you should feel that responsible. You didn't do anything. You can't be blamed for just being born.
責任だけでもないんです。やっぱりそうなったら素敵だと思いますから。
I see. You're right. I guess you're strong.
そうですか？
Yeah, you're very positive.
そうですね。自分でも不思議です。ちょっと前はいろいろなことが不満で何か変えたいとか変わりたいとかそんなことばっかり考えてました。ギラちゃんみたいになりたいなとか思ったり。
Do you still think that way?
はい。ギラちゃんはすごいですけど私は私ですから。まず今できることをやっていけたらなって思います。
I see.
これも夏にあんなことやったせいなのかもしれませんね。私は微力かもしれないけれど無力ではないんです。やろうとすればほんのちょっとはできるんです。だから前島さんにも好きだって言えました。
Kashiwara smiles proudly. I feel embarrassed. I'm surprised she has very clear thoughts. I thought she was more forced to follow her grandfather. I'm ashamed of my poor speculation. It seems difficult to take her to Tokyo. I was even thinking a forceful method as well. But if Kashiwara's state of mind is that way, it doesn't seem like a good idea. I'll tell her about that.
そんな風に考えていてくれたなんてとても嬉しいですが。
She hesitates. Well, I know.
でも嬉しいのは本当なんですよ。王子様がさらってくれないかというのはやっぱりよく憧れることです。
Well, I'm not qualified as a prince.
そんなことないですよ。
I'm abashed. Anyway, that looks hard, huh? She looks sorry.
すみません。おじい様を一人で置いてはいけないんです。あまり弱音を吐かない方だから分かりにくいですが、本当はおじい様自身が 東京での暮らしが辛くなったのかもしれません。元気そうにはしていますけど、やっぱりお年で最近調子が良くないようですし。
I see.
夏休みの償いもしなくてはいけないとも思うんです。だからある程度はそばにいようと思います。申し訳ありません。
No need to apologize. I'm sorry too, but I respect your decision.
でもそう遠くないうちに必ず前島さんと一緒に過ごせるようにします。それは約束します。
She looks into my eyes. Okay, I believe you.
ありがとうございます。
She smiles happily. We look into each other's eyes still, as silence prevails. She looks really beautiful in the moonlight. And that beautiful girl is staring at my face happily. This is like a dream. I almost regret that I agreed to leave her here. Does she like me that much? Won't she forget about me if I leave her here for long? Is it possible she stays here to avoid me? I hate this, but all kinds of worries crosses my mind. I'm pathetic. I should tell her good night.
私本当に前島さんのことが好きです。世の中で一番好きです。
Yeah. I'm glad to hear that. I joke because I feel embarrassed, but Kashiwara looks sulky.
本当なんですよ。なんだかまだどこか信じていただけてなくて、無理やり冗談にしたいような言い方ですけれど。
She sits so well staring into my eyes. She's shrewd. Intuition? I dodge her eyes. Of course I believe you.
私の目を見ていってください。
Oh? This isn't good. I'm horrible. I look into her eyes. She looks slightly angry.
私不満です。前島さんにはそのことを一番分かってほしいです。確かにここに残るとは言いましたけど、私だって辛いんです。
Yeah, I understand that too.
証明するために何かしましょう。私にできることありませんか？
I'm bewildered. Okay, I believe you. You don't have to do anything.
前島さんが私に望むことはないんですか？
She interjects. Well, there are many things.
じゃあ遠慮しないでください。それをします。
But I have to hesitate to tell those, Joe. Especially things I want from somebody else. Maybe you don't know, but humans can be very horrifying, you know? I don't think you should see that kind of stuff easily.
そんなことないですよ。大丈夫ですよ。
But
私多分前島さんが思うほど前島さんのこといい人だって思ってないです。
she jokes, but I'm a bit upset.
すみません。でもだから大丈夫です。何でも言ってください。ここにいる時間はあまりないんですよ。こんな関係のままで前島さんを返してしまうなんてできません。私の気持ちをはっきりと確かめてください。
If you say so. I don't know what will happen, though.
大丈夫です。私を信じてください。勇気を出してください。
What are you challenging me for?
まったく前島さんは警戒しすぎなんです。
She says. I can't keep quiet if she says that much. I'll be serious if you say so.
構いません。
Really? I'm really cruel, in fact, you know?
望むところです。
This is strange. Her eyes are twinkling. This can be interesting. I should list up as many as I want. Well, I want to eat your homemade dishes.
明日作ります。
Yay! Play the guitar for me?
お安いご用です。
I'll fall asleep while listening. Is that alright?
ゆっくりお休みください。
Will you come to my house and introduce yourself?
こちらこそ喜んで。
And?
もうないんですか？
No, I have more, but the rest is harder to mention.
まだ何も大したことないじゃないですか。こんなのギラちゃんにだって普通にしてあげてることですよ。
That's awfully selfish of her.
可愛い人です。
True. So, will you do something that you won't do to Kirari?
そうですよ。あなたは私の恋人なんですから。
I'm embarrassed.
照れないでください。
Okay, well, let's see. Something that lovers will do. I can't think of only one thing. Let's have sex then. She becomes quiet. Yeah, I win! Oh wow, they're really fucking huge. Okay, I think we're safe. Hello there. It was great. Yoink. After cleaning up, I hold her lying on bed. She just looks down in embarrassment. I wish you could feel good too.
触られたりくっついてる時はすごく気持ちよかったです。あと
She glimpses at my face and looks down again.
最後の方はちょっとだけ気持ちよかったです。
That's great.
次はきっともう少し気持ちよくなると思います。
Okay, but
何ですか？
I think I did really hard, but it's surprising that you still felt good.
そうなんですか？
Maybe you're a little perverted?
わかりません。でも
She turns her face to me.
これで信じていただけましたよね。私がどれだけ前島さんのことを好きか。
Yeah, sure do now. But I feel totally defeated.
そうなんですか？
She looks surprised. Yeah, if you were disappointed in me and started crying because of the sex, and you feel more victorious. But you completely beaten me.
すみません。
She frowns apologetically. I'll see it sucks next time then. No, that's okay. You don't have to apologize. You know, I feel more defeated if you do. She looks sorry. Don't be sorry, because I'm sorry. I scratch my head. I'll be in love with you even after you stop loving me. That's what I mean by defeated. I never thought you'd do upset me this much. I hear a sighing. Kashiwara smiles.
なんだか可愛いです。
Yeah, I think you're cuter. I stroke your head.
私、頭を撫でられるの好きです。
She narrows her eyes and looks happy. I keep stroking her head while feeling really happy myself.
私がくっついてても怖くないですか？
She asks with her eyes closed. That was a long time ago.
私、さっきは全然ないって言いましたけど、本当はちょっとだけ両親を恨む気持ちもあったんです。
She suddenly starts a different topic.
だけど、今なら素直に大好きだって言えそうです。生まれてきて本当に良かったと思います。
She sounds happy. That's great. I stroke her head one more time. I have to protect her no matter what. Kira. Kashiwara is cooking glazed spaghetti, I've had her handmade dishes at Kirari's birthday party and during the tour, but she always cooked with Shieni. Since Shieni is extremely good at cooking, I couldn't tell how good Kashiwara is. I'm ready to compliment it regardless of the taste, but that doesn't seem necessary after all. Everything tastes good. I guess I guess love is the most delicious ingredient. She looks abashed.
はい。
If it were a different couple, I'd do kick their asses if I saw that kind of interaction, but I'm happy because it's us. I can't stop smirking. But this isn't going to last for long. I feel sad to think about that even though I agree to it. Isn't there any way to make everybody happy so that Kashiwara and I can be together? I can't stop thinking about that. But no idea comes to my mind. After lunch, Kashiwara and I see Yuji-san off. I tell him Kashiwara and I decided not to go back to Tokyo forcefully. I'm sorry because he encouraged me a lot. I thought you'd be disappointed, but he just looks surprised for a bit.
そうか。自分で決めたんなら仕方ないな。ま、二人とも頑張れよ。
He smiles and leaves. I still can't tell what he's thinking. We go back into the mansion while discussing what we're going to do today. Then we encounter the old man. He catches us when we're happily talking and smiling together. He squints at me. That does not seem too good. Kashiwara and I look at each other's faces.
二人とも食堂まで来い。話がある。
He says it as if he's scolding. He turns around without waiting for our reply. We follow him anyway.
座れ。
We go into the dining room and sit as he says. The old man takes the seat at the head of the table. Kashiwara and I sit across him side by side. Saiki-san is in the corner of the room. She looks nervous. Even though everybody is seated, the old man does not start talking. He looks sullen. It looks like he's gathering his thoughts. I sip on a glass of iced coffee in the meantime.
まずはじめに初歩的なことから尋ね直そう。お前たちはどういう関係なんだ？
He glares at me. His eyes don't seem to allow an irresponsible answer from me. There's only one answer, but I hesitate to say it now. I take a glimpse at Kashiwara. She nods. We love each other and are dating. We're lovers.
私のような年寄りにはよくわからん言葉だな。それはつまり今なんとなく好意を持っているから一緒にいたいということなのか？それとも将来的に結婚し添い遂げるつもりなのか？
We're not thinking about the marriage seriously yet.
じゃあ遊んでいるだけか。
No, that's not what we're doing.
なるほど。つまりお前たちの言う恋人関係とは遊んでいるような軽薄なつもりではないが、今のところ結婚について考えているわけでもない。そんな関係だと言いたいのだな。
I don't like the way he puts it, but that isn't too far either. We just have to agree.
そんな言い方をなさらなくても旦那様の時代にだって恋愛くらい。
Saiki-san tries to give us a hand.
お前は黙っておれ。私は曖昧な言い方は嫌いだ。
The old man shuts her up without even turning around.
こんな騒ぎにしておいて随分中途半端な関係なのだな。
He glares at me again. He seems to be waiting for my word, but what should I tell him? Our relationship may seem indefinite, but we're not just fooling around like he thinks. While I'm perplexed, I feel something gentle on my hand. It's Kashiwara's hand. I hold her hand back. This is some kind of trial? He's testing us now? I stop thinking too much and decide to be honest. It may seem that way, but I'm very serious about her. I'll never do anything to worry or upset you. She's a very important person for me.
私も前島様のことは心からお慕い申し上げております。
そんなことは誰も聞いておらん。
The old man frowns.
そもそもだ。 お前はサリナの病気についてちゃんと知った上で物を言っているのか？
It sounds a bit cold. I know about that.
それならわかるだろう。普通の健康な娘なら恋愛などをするのもいいかもしれない。しかしこの娘は普通とは違うんだぞ。体は一生治らない。少し動けばすぐに病院沙汰になる。
You're right, but a cure might be found in the future, and her body might get better eventually.
だが現段階で普通とは違うのは確かだ。
I can't see anything back. He continues after he sees that I'm lost at words.
子供も作ることも難しいだろう。普通の家庭の幸せは得ることができないのだ。そういう相手と一生お前が付き合い続けていくことができると思っているのか？私にはそれだけの覚悟があるようには見えんな。仮に偉そうなことを言ったとしても、お前らのような半人前じゃどうせ自分の責任も取れまい。
Saiki-san looks anxious. She must be worried about how this goes. I don't want ordinary happiness.
どういうことだ？
His eyebrow twitches. He looks a bit surprised. I continue. I'm not interested in that. I look straight into his eyes. How should I explain this? I'm not trying to fool the old man to get by. I'm saying so because of my own experience. My real father had already gone when I joined the current family. The family is peaceful, friendly, and comfortable. That should be close enough to ordinary happiness. But actually, I'm not comfortable in there. I'm thankful to my family, but I can't control the way I feel. I've always been looking for my kind of happiness. That's why your intimidation didn't work for me. The old man just keeps frowning. I keep talking. Happiness differs from person to person. It may be hard to attain ordinary happiness for Kashiwara and me, but I believe we can find our happiness, and that should be enough. I don't know exactly what it is, but I think we can gradually find that out.
よくおっしゃいました。その通りです。
Saiki-san jumps in joy.
私も本当にそう思いますよ。それが分かっていれば本当に。
The old man squints at shut her up.
前島さん、
She looks at me with a bit teary eyes. I'm not just making it up. She nods.
いわゆる模範的な回答ってやつだが、そううまくいくかな。結局何も見つからず八方塞がりになって破滅するようなことにならんとよいがな。
Saiki-san scowls when she hears this irony. I feel a bit upset, but I need to go on. So that means you approve our relationship?
青臭さは認めてもよい。だが付き合いを認めるわけにはいかない。
How come?
どんな偉そうなことを言ってもお前たちが子供なのは何も変わらない。それにだぞ、サリナとずっと付き合うということはこの柏原家の一員になるということだ。その資格のある人間だとお前は自覚しているのか？どれだけの能力がある？
Well, I can't see anything back. I'm not very smart or athletic. Even the band activities aren't promising. I have nothing.
何も言えないのか。わざわざ平凡でつまらない人間を迎え入れるわけにはいかんな。
The old man smirks victoriously.
そのような言い方はあんまりです。
It's Kashiwara? The old man scowls.
おじいさまらしくないですよ。そんなつまらないことはどうかおっしゃらないでください。
She sounds as though she's trying to placate him.
つまらないことだと？
I can see his emotion has changed a bit in his cold eyes.
おじいさまはいつもご自分が何もないところから成し遂げたことを誇りにおっしゃってるじゃないですか。なのにどうして まだこれからがある前島さんに対してそんな将来の可能性を全部否定するような残酷なことをおっしゃるんですか？
Kashiwara is looking straight into his eyes.
じゃあお前はこの小僧が将来何か成し遂げると考えているのか？
I feel anxious to hear what she'll say.
それはわかりません。
I see. She doesn't know. I feel a bit disappointed because I thought she might guarantee it to him.
だけど私はそのようなことはどうでもいいのです。もっと大事なことは別にあるんじゃないかと思っています。
それがこの小僧との将来にはありそうだというのか？
She nods.
何を思い上がったことを。誰の気遣いのおかげで高度な医療を受けまともに生きていられると思ってる。私が特別に心配してるからこそだぞ。一人で生きていけると思っているのか？
Yoink. The old man is furious.
そんなにお怒りにならないでください。決しておじいさまをないがしろにしているわけではございません。
She's right. I take over. We're not asking much. If you think she should stay here, that's fine. We just want you to approve our relationship.
そうなんですよ。私たちは本当にみんながちゃんと納得がいく形でやっていこうと。
もういい。
The old man stops us with one shout.
どうしてそう分からずやなんだ。そんな偉そうなことを言える身分だと思っているのか？まったくそういうわがままなところは健一に似てしまったんだな。あいつもバカだ。くだらない死に方をして柏原家の恥さらしだ。お前は私がどうして健一を感動したか理解しておらんのか？
He glares at Kashiwara. Excuse me? Even though you say so, you preciously keep Kenichi-san's room. Sorry. You must be regretting for what you did. Why don't you stop being mad? I realize his face is ferocious in a mid-sentence. Saki-san is taking a bag behind him. My tongue has slipped. It's too late.
もう知らん。勝手にしろ。東京でもどこへでも行け。今すぐ二人で家を出て行け。
It stalks out of the dining room. Kashiwara leaps aside. I put my hands on the back of my hand and I look up at the ceiling. That's a luxurious chandelier. I'm sorry, my tongue slipped. I apologize to Saiki-san.
いいんですよ。私が前島様の立場だとしてもああ言ったはずです。本当に旦那様は素直じゃないんですから。
She's probably recalling the old man's attitude. She sounds a bit upset. Alright, I'm gonna end the episode here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in another episode real soon.